Hello everyone, welcome back to English for Everyday. Today we are trying something different, a long relaxed podcast style episode. No grammar lesson, no formal structure, just a friends talking about their day. Our topic is talking about your day, storytelling honest moments, small details, and natural English you can use tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Zara. Imagine you're sitting with us. A warm drink, soft light, maybe some noise from the street outside. And we begin to tell you how our day went. There will be humor, small disasters, calm moments, and things that made us think. Listen, enjoy, and notice the words and phrases that feel natural.
Okay, I'll start with full honesty. My morning was a disaster movie. I woke up to sunlight in my eyes and my phone on the floor. I smashed my head on the nightstand when I got out of bed, then ran to the kitchen like a person who is late for a plane. I wanted to make coffee, but instead I made a huge mess. Sugar on the counter, coffee grounds on the floor, and the kettle sounded like it was trying to leave the house.
That is a Leo morning, very cinematic. When everything goes wrong quickly, people use words like panic rush, in a hurry, a hectic start. Those are the moods you can put into your sentences. You can say I had a hectic morning, or I was rushing all morning, or I started the day in a panic.
Exactly, I said I had a hectic morning 3 times to myself like a mantra. I finally got out the door, only to realize I had put my shoes on the wrong feet. Literally the left shoe on my right foot. I walked half the street like that and felt ridiculous.
Beautiful image. That is the kind of storytelling that makes a simple "how was your day" into something memorable. You can say I walked to work with my shoes on the wrong feet. I was so embarrassed. Tiny details bring the listener into your world.
Later during the afternoon, things shifted. The sun came out, I met a friend for coffee, real coffee this time, and we sat in the park and talked about small things that became big. We compared old TV shows, we laughed about our first jobs, and suddenly the day felt lighter. There is always that flip in the middle of a day from chaos to calm.
Yes, my morning was the opposite, slow, quiet, deliberate. I woke up before sunrise, brewed green tea, and sat by the window with a notebook. I wrote a few lines, not a list, more like thoughts, a memory, a small idea for a video, a line of a story. Quiet mornings can be full of small, important things.
Those quiet moments are powerful. You can say I had a peaceful morning, or I spent my morning reflecting. Or use verbs like I sat and wrote in my notebook, or I enjoyed a slow breakfast. Those words help listeners imagine the routine.
Around mid-morning, I decided to go to the market. I love small markets where people sell fruit and flowers. Today I bought ripe peaches and a small pot plant for my desk. Buying something small like a candle or a plant or a pastry is one of those simple pleasures you can share in a conversation. You can say I bought fresh peaches, or I found a lovely plant for my desk.
After the park, my afternoon turned productive. I had a block of time where I wrote scripts and answered messages from our followers. There is a special satisfaction when you finish something creative. You can tell people I finished a draft or I completed a task I had been avoiding. That gives your day momentum.
In the afternoon, I recorded a short voice message to a friend who lives abroad. We keep those small habits, 5 minutes of voice notes, because they make relationships feel present. You can say I sent a long voice message to my friend, or I called my friend and we talked for ages.
Then I had a small tricky moment. I lost my wallet at the cafe. It was only for 10 minutes, but the panic was real. I retraced my steps, I asked the barista, and finally a kind person handed it to me, still safe. The useful language here is I misplaced my wallet, or I panicked for a moment, but I found it. Those short emotions give rhythm to the story.
Later, I had a light creative session. Reading a chapter from a book, then trying a new recipe for dinner. Roasted vegetables with chickpeas and a lemon tahini sauce. When you describe food, people connect. You can say I cooked roasted vegetables with chickpeas, or I tried a new recipe and it was delicious. Simple verbs and adjectives are enough.
In the evening, I walked through a neighborhood full of old houses and small lights. Everything looked cinematic. I ran into someone I had not seen for years. We talked for half an hour about silly things, and it felt like time folded back. You can say I bumped into an old friend, or I ran into someone I knew from school. Then add details like we chatted for ages or it was great to catch up.
That is the heart of the episode, the small things that become the big moments when we remember them. When you talk about your day, include sensory details, what you saw, what you tasted, what you heard. This makes your story vivid. For example, the coffee was too strong, or the market smelled like spices.
Also try to use time markers to structure your story. They help your listener follow the flow. For example, in the morning, I had a frantic start, but by the afternoon, I felt calm. This is a natural way to organize the story.
Let's talk about feelings, saying I felt adds depth. I felt tired, I felt excited, I felt relieved, I felt grateful. Pair a feeling with a small action. I felt excited, so I called my sister. It creates cause and effect.
Humor is important too. Don't be afraid to make fun of yourself. I spilled coffee on my shirt becomes a funny line if you add a reaction like I looked like a walking art project. Self-deprecating humor invites listeners to laugh with you. Phrases like classic me or only me are casual and friendly.
And for variety, include tiny routines and habits. I watered my plant, I checked my email, I made a quick playlist. These small items add rhythm and realism. Short, simple sentences between longer ones change the pace and keep attention.
Before we finish, let's give listeners a short list of phrases they can use right now. Start with the mood. My day was calm, hectic, productive, stressful, relaxing, disappointing, surprising. For example, my day was productive, I finished 3 tasks. Or my day was relaxing, I spent the afternoon reading.
Add actions like I woke up early, I cooked breakfast, I went for a walk, I met a friend. I finished a project, I watched a show, I tried a new recipe. Use past simple for finished actions like I visited or I bought. Use present perfect when you want to connect past actions with now. For example, I've had a busy day or I've been tired today.
Add feelings and reactions after the actions. I felt tired after the meeting. It made me happy to see them. I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it. These small additions turn a list of events into a story.
Practice by talking for 2 minutes every day about your day. Start with the big feelings and then add 1 or 2 small details. Like I had a busy day, but I found time for a walk.
We want to finish with 2 small real moments from today, tiny things that felt important. Tonight when I opened the window, a small moth flew into the light and hovered there like a tiny spaceship. For a moment I felt very small, but very calm. It was a quiet, strange little moment of beauty.
I tasted the lemon tahini sauce, and it was exactly the balance I hoped for. Slightly sour, slightly sweet and creamy. I saved a small spoon of it to eat at midnight like a secret treat.
Thank you for listening to this longer, more natural episode of Talking About Your Day. We hope the phrases and the rhythm help you try this style yourself. Tell us what small moments you would share. Write them in the comments, send a voice note, or leave a message.
And remember, your day, even the tiny boring parts, is full of language practice. Tell a friend, tell us, and keep telling stories. Small details make good English and your voice matters. Good night, good luck, and good stories. Thank you.